When I got my Mastercraft Maximum Heavy Duty Dremel kit, it was my favorite tool because it came with the router head, a plunge router plate, sanding head, sanding discs for this head, and of course, as you can see, an angle grinder and an angle cutter, metal cutter. Unfortunately, what's been really disappointing in the 15 years since I got this, Mastercraft stopped making this size disc. And ever since, the discs are bigger, and I've been trying to adapt those discs to this arbor and this nut, and I'm going to have to fabricate a handguard because it's only safe with this to protect my hand and my face should this blade, while cutting or grinding, disintegrate. Fortunately, the one blade I saved from the original purchase of this kit was the masonry cutting bit, wheel. And it happens to be exactly what I need to do. So, it's the first time I've tried it on this, but supposedly this is supposed to be designed to clean these cuts out. This gap was this big, but you can't fill in this big of a gap with cement. It'll fall right out and when it gets cold over the winter here. So you have to make the thing bigger, and that's where I found that there was this much loose cement in the foundational cement. As the crack goes down, you have to notch it out the sides and clean it all out like a V, or else you can't force the cement in and it hold. So that's the stage I'm at now, where I did this with a cold chisel and a hammer to get the stuff out, and I'm going to see how this goes. This should run very safely at very high speed. And just give it a try. Now all I have to do, I don't have a compressor to blow it out, so all I have to do is bring the shop vac out, vacuum this real good to get out as much dust as I can, wash it out a bit, sprinkle it out with the hose, and then when I have the Quikrete mortar mix all ready, all I have to do, is spray it down lightly with a spray bottle and pile it in. This has to go in stages. The Quikrete does dry like in 30 minutes, but this is going to have to go in stages where I fill in the back, get it really pushed back into there and let it dry, put in another layer, and then finally come out to the surface where I think it will be pretty close to the color of this concrete. Okay, got up early this morning to just fill in the rest of that crack, and I think it came out pretty good. I'm just gonna have to wait for it to dry. I have it all feathered into the edge out, and it should dry to this color, which is close enough to the existing cement that was skim coated over the foundation. I can work on other grout at some other time. The big problem was this crack and water getting down into the foundation. This curb here is going to come out when they redo the driveway. There's no reason for me to knock this out because all of this driveway has to be redone. But I'm I'm happy with this, and I don't have to hear about it anymore.